Hello and welcome to the Spector Group Digital Marketing Agency Online Marketing Mastery Question and Answer Session, episode number 1. And what we're really going to do in these short sessions is answer a couple of questions that we get throughout the week, typically, that we believe would be valuable for you to hear and learn the answers to if you are looking to grow your business, if you're looking to attract more customers, clients, or patients, if you're looking to make more money, all through online marketing, online exposure of your business, then these are questions that would be valuable for you to hear the answers to. So that's what we're going to do in these short sessions. So that being said, we're going to jump right into the questions. Our first question that we got was from Richard J. Now, he is an optometrist. He owns his own practice, and he asked the question, which is better to get more business? And he asked, would it be pay-per-click like Google AdWords or search engine optimization? Well, Richard, the answer to that is one is not necessarily better than the other. They both have their place. If you don't have both in play for you in your online marketing plan, you're going to be missing business. The reality is that a percentage of people who go online and search for a product or service, a portion of those people are going to look at the ads. That's Google AdWords, and they're never going to go down to the organic listings. Just the opposite of that, there are going to be people who go straight down and look at the organic listings and never look at the ads. So that's why if you're not in both, you're going to miss out on a portion of the people who are searching. That being said, think of pay-per-click as you are renting space. You're renting a home, per se. And once you quit paying that rent, you're going to be kicked out. Any money you have spent previously is out the window, so to speak, right? You don't have anything for your money. Where search engine optimization is more like buying a house, buying real estate on page 1 of Google. And that is a long-term investment that you would have for years to come. So hopefully that gives you some ideas as far as answering your question. Next, we have Michael M. He is an attorney. And he asked, how much should I realistically expect to pay for search engine optimization and for how long? That's kind of a tough question to answer because it varies from industry to industry, which is why if you ever see somebody offer one flat price or one flat cost for search engine optimization that they advertise without even knowing anything about your business or your situation, that is really a big red flag that they probably don't know what they're doing. I'll explain why. So think of search engine optimization as a race that you are about to enter. And as part of that race, you're going to have to build a car, right? It's a car race. Now, the type of car you have to build is going to be consistent with the types of cars other people in the races are driving. So if your competition are the other people in the race, then what kind of car are they driving? If they're all driving, let's say, a Chevy Malibu, you might be able to build a Corvette and win the race, right? Rank number 1 above all of them. But if all of them are driving a Corvette, then generally you're not going to be able to build a Corvette. You're going to have to build a Lamborghini. Okay, that's going to be more costly. So really it's going to boil down to the competition, which is going to dictate the time, energy, and effort that the company you're partnering with is going to have to put into, as well as the resources, is going to have to put into your campaign in order to make it rank and beat out the competition so that you could dominate your market. So that's, unfortunately there's no exact answer for what you should realistically pay. You are in a very competitive field. You're going to pay a lot more than, say, somebody who wants to sell, blue striped widgets, right? Where there's really no other competition. And it's going to be much less because the time, energy, effort, and resources needed to make a successful campaign for that is a lot less than for a very stiff competition industry such as attorneys. Okay. As far as how long, you should consider it a long-term investment with probably a minimum of 1 year. But you have to remember, it also may be ongoing because it's going to depend on competition, right? If the competition continues to modify their cars so that they try to win the race, overtake you. It's going to be a back and forth. So search engine optimization is not for everybody. But if you do it, I would say consider being in it for at least a year. And really, you should consider being in it long term, as long as it's providing you a great return on your investment and it's driving more business to you. Now, our next question is from Ryan. He owns a lawn care and landscape company, and he says, where can I learn how to do search engine optimization on my own for my lawn care website? Well, Ryan, there are tons and tons of resources out there that will teach you everything you need to know in order to optimize your website for the search engines. But you have to ask yourself, and some of those resources are things like YouTube. There are highly skilled experts out there that offer free information online that you'll find about search engine optimization. Like I said, some are free and some might be paid. But the resources are definitely out there to get your hands on everything you need. That being said, you need to kind of consider whether or not the time, energy, and effort that you're going to need to learn this craft is going to be worth it for you versus just hiring an agency to do it for you. There's a big difference between simple and easy, right? So, if you're going to replace, which I know nothing about, but if you're going to replace an alternator on your car and someone tells me, well, you just take out these 3 bolts, unclip these wires, and then, attach these wires to over here and put the 3 bolts back in, that sounds really simple. But once you get in there and start digging and see what it takes to actually make all of that happen, it's not that easy. And so that's what I would caution you about search engine optimization. It could go on. You could put all sorts of time, energy, and effort in it, and it may not pay off for you. But you can find those resources out there. So hopefully you all find answers to these questions beneficial in your online marketing mastery for your business. And lastly, I want to remind you of the free video analysis that we do. You can take advantage of that if you qualify by going over to the spectorgroupdma.com, click on the yellow Get Started button. And in that analysis, we do a deep dive into your particular online exposure, your competition's online exposure, how much business you're missing out on, how much money you're missing out on, things like that. Very in-depth analysis. For free if you qualify. This free analysis is better than a lot of paid analysis that are out there. And if you have a question, go ahead and get your question answered by sending an email to hello@thespectorgroupdma.com. And if it is a question that we think is beneficial for others, we're going to go ahead and answer it on our Q&A session. But if it's much more specific to your business, we'll go ahead and answer that in private. So I hope you find this session valuable, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session. Take care, everyone.